everybody. Welcome to the Brainal podcast. This is episode 11. Got it right, Frozen.
Good job, good job.
And it is January 29th on a Friday, 2016. I am Jepicondyle.
And I am FrozenGFX.
Frozen, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Pretty good week as far as some game stuff, man.
Go for it.
Oh, well, okay. I watched a little bit of PAX South coverage today.
In Australia?
Was it Australia? I thought it was down or something in Texas.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was in Texas.
Then this is news to me because I'm only aware of PAX East, which is Boston, right? PAX
Right.
Prime, which is Seattle. Had no idea there was one in Texas. I know there was one in Australia, but go for it. So what'd you see?
Well, yeah, so I just confirmed actually it's in San Antonio, Texas.
Nice.
So I only watched a little bit today through a Twitch feed for XSplit, which I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. They're kind of like a software company that...
It's a Windows thing, right?
Yeah, I believe... Well, I don't know.
It's for streaming, right?
Yeah, it is for game streaming.
Yeah,
and, things like
I'm
that.
somewhat aware of it, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, so I took a look, and some indie games that I saw that seemed pretty interesting. I didn't see a lot of coverage. Again, I just saw that one particular feed. But some of the games that I saw, I've never heard of, brand new, coming out, or have already been out and just under the radar. But there's a game that I wanted to talk to you about, and you probably know nothing about it. Maybe you do. I don't know. It's called Just Shapes and Beats. Have you
never heard of
this?
it. Mm-mm.
So it is a 4-player side-scrolling. I can only describe it as like an Ikaruga type game.
It's a shoot 'em up. It's a shmup.
But it's not. You don't shoot things, but you have to avoid obstacles on the screen that are certain colors.
Are you a spaceship?
You are some kind of a ship, but they're shapes. And it seemed pretty cool in the demo that I watched because the gameplay is heavily relied on the music. So there's musical cues of when things are going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But it's blended in with the overall soundtrack, so it does a great job of keeping you on your toes. And also, you're just bombarded with a whole bunch of crap on the screen that you're just trying to avoid, and trying to revive team members, because this is a 4-player. It can be a 4-player game, and all 4 of you work together to try to reach the end of the goal. If one person dies, the other people have the ability of kind of like running over their buddy to revive them. So it seems pretty cool.
Is this auto-scrolling?
Yes, from what I saw, yes.
Okay. That's interesting.
It was.
You know who the developer is?
Yes, I wrote it down, and just give me a second, please.
Sure.
Berserk Studios is the developer.
That's cool.
So
Awesome. You see anything else there?
Yeah, one other thing that kind of stuck out with me, and it was a game that really I don't care for. You know those games that are like typing games where you can defeat an enemy by typing the word that's displayed?
Yeah, actually, I love those.
Well, yeah, I mean, I usually think of them of like just web games, like little flash games or something. But this particular game, Epic Story, it's by a company called Fishing Cactus.
Never heard
It looks gorgeous, man. It's the story. I didn't really get to hear that much because the gameplay was just kind of blowing me away. But you get to unlock parts of the land, and of course the story, as you're going through the game and typing, the words that appear. And it's got kind of a cell shading type of look to it,
Hmm.
But it looks gorgeous, man, and I think I'm definitely going to take a look at that whenever it officially comes out.
Which platforms is this one
Oh,
and the other one coming out for?
I believe the Epic Story is through Steam, so it's going to be PC.
Okay.
Um,
Oh yeah, obviously wouldn't
yeah,
be.
and then the Just Shapes and Beats. Oh man, I want to say that it is going to be console, and I'm not too sure if it's on both, Xbox One or PS4. I didn't get that information, but it did seem like it would be something as like an arcade game to download in one of those stores.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so, but it
Yeah.
seemed really fun, man. I think you and I would definitely love the just shapes and beats because I think that feeds into our kind of like that geometry wars type of thing.
Except
So,
this is co-op, right?
right, right.
Yeah, I've never really played co-op before. Something like that. That'd be cool. I
Yeah,
hope it comes out for PS4.
yeah. I think it. I think it will, and I could take a look at that a little bit later. But yeah, man, I think it's going to be a great little game.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else from PAX?
Well, again, I only saw that one feed, so I didn't get to catch a lot of things. But those are the only two that really stuck out to me.
Well, that's cool. I heard. Have you seen the trailer for the new Ninja Turtles game coming out?
No, I have not.
Oh man. Are you familiar with the game?
No, the only familiarity I have with that game is the old cabinet game, in the arcade.
Oh, with that franchise, yeah.
Yeah.
So this, so Platinum Games, they've done Bayonetta, they've done Metal Gear Rising. They're just an amazing developer. Even though they did it, the last licensed game they did was, if I remember correctly, it was like Legend of Korra, and that was not too hot from what not well received. But they announced this week, and apparently there have been rumors for the past month, even though I'm not familiar with that they are doing a Ninja Turtles game published by Activision, and I think it's supposed to coincide roughly around the same time the next Turtles movie comes out.
Oh yeah.
But the look of it looks very comic-y to me, which is a good thing. Very cel shaded, but that game, judging by the trailer, I think that game is going to be awesome. Now, last time a Ninja Turtles game came out, excuse me, I forgot who did it. It was not good from what I understand. It was actually pretty bad.
Hmm.
But Platinum, a lot of people are going to put some faith, including myself, into Platinum that it's going to be an awesome game. And I hope it should be co-op, up to 4-player co-op, so that should be fun. I'm really looking forward
Nice.
to it. But summer 2016 is supposed to be when it's going to come out. Um, have you heard the latest Destiny news?
No.
So they announced, I think it was today, they announced what they're going to do. You're going to like this a lot, okay? Um, they announced what they're going to do for Valentine's Day. And it's Crimson something. I forgot what it was. But picture Trials, right? But 2v2.
Ooh.
Yeah, and on top of that, there's now I don't it is elimination. I don't know if there are revives, but I think people I don't know. I know elimination standard has revives, but they did say that if your teammate dies, the surviving teammate gets a buff, and all of their defense ratings for their armor just maxes out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I think there's like a specific emo coming out, and maybe these particular weapons or gear or whatever. But I don't know how long it's gonna last. I'm assuming at least a week. But the the Halloween thing I think lasted 2 weeks, right? Am I hallucinating
Um.
that?
Yeah, I think it did. I think you're right.
Yeah. So that's gonna be cool. So I didn't so I don't know exactly which week that's gonna fall on. I don't know when the 14th is, but um, yeah, I'm excited about that. The apparently, and I don't know how much of a difference this is going to make, or if I'm going to notice this at all, but I think either this upcoming week or something. They're gonna switch. This was a few days ago. Um, they're gonna introduce connection based matchmaking to make sure everyone gets the best
Yeah,
connection around them.
I actually did read that, and that's pretty promising.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I have no idea. I think okay. Here's the thing. Rarely do I notice lag in Destiny. We have noticed it, but at the same time, maybe Destiny the engine is really good at hiding the effects of if there is lag. I might not even realize it half the time, but so that'd be cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think that's I talked about last week that subreddit, and I think that's one of the ongoing gripes that they have with Crucible matches. So should
Mm,
be um, should be interesting to see what the effects are once they do that.
that's cool. You play any games this week?
Well, just the regular stuff. Still into Phantom Pain. I've gone up to about 27%.
Nice.
Starting to get really good.
What was
Uh,
the most recent, if you remember, story mission? Spoiler warning, obviously, for anybody who's listening. Just if you're not around that percentage, then be careful.
yeah, the last major story, I was supposed to take out a general of some kind who was meeting someone, but then I got interrupted because there was an attack on the base. Um, so I was able to defend the base and then go back and take care of that particular mission. And it was in I think something, the Braga airport over in Africa.
Is that the one where the helicopter comes in?
Yeah, to pick up the whatever the commander or whatever the target was.
Okay, I might be getting this confused with a different mission. Did this
Hmm.
involve like a facility tour or no?
No,
I mean, it's
not to
not
my
okay.
knowledge.
All right, because I don't remember. Okay, did the attack on the base seem scripted to you, or was that just a? Yeah,
Yeah,
it would have to have been.
it had it was totally scripted because
Okay, then yeah, no, not the one I'm thinking of.
okay, yeah.
Got you. That's awesome. How's your mother base
Um,
coming along?
Good man. I think I'm fortifying that thing very well. I got a lot of people in the right spots. There were some that were completely misassigned in teams, and I was like, how the hell did that happen? Uh, but got that taken care of, and then just keep growing the bases, man. It's doing pretty good.
That's cool. That's cool.
The other thing that I picked up, which is really really rare for me, is a mobile game on my phone. Let me bring it up so I can see the name of it. It's called Kill Shot Bravo.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, so this game, it's like a sniper game. But have you ever played the
Sounds cool.
the actual game Sniper, or I
No.
should say Sniper Elite?
Oh no, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So if you can picture that particular game and the mechanics, it had that like slow time effect, that bullet tracking. Whenever you
Where
had like a good
the
shot.
camera followed the bullet.
Yeah, exactly. So this particular game incorporates that, and it's pretty shocking to see how advanced these mobile games have gotten, where that now is going across a mobile platform.
Mm.
And it kind of took me back by surprise when I was playing it. I gave it a shot just because it looked pretty cool. I just want to see what was going on with it. But as a lot of the mobile games are, it is a game that's dependent on microtransactions.
Mm.
So I don't think I'm gonna be playing it for much longer.
Was
But
there? Did it cost anything just to download it?
no, it was free. It was
Okay.
free. And it's the same concept as Battle Islands, where you have certain amount of things to do for until you have to wait for money or upgrades or things like that, or you can just buy the features.
Gotcha.
But it's been pretty fun so far. I got back into Plague Inc. again. I think I talked about that once before. Creating viruses to kill the world.
Mm. What play is that on mobile too?
Yeah, that's on my mobile as well.
Gotcha.
Getting back into Last Blade,
Nice.
which part 3 should be coming out whenever, and I think I'm just going to do a continuous recording from start to finish on that because I kind of want to get it over with
Hmm.
and move on to Last Blade number 2 because I really like the second one.
Gotcha.
What about you, though?
Big story was this The Witness.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The
The
friend that you have.
I've only played I think 2 hours of it, and um, well, I'd like you to tell me how much you want to know, because I'm assuming you're gonna play this eventually.
I will, but I don't mind you talking about it.
Okay, I'll still be the least descriptive as possible. Um, so you're essentially you start off in this island, obviously from what most people have seen. Very the visuals are just gorgeous. Like they're simple but very vibrant at the same time. And you're gonna get a heavy mist vibe from this, and I think you're gonna love that.
Cool.
But the island, from what I understand, is separated into sections that have different puzzles, and everything. I think the game refers to them as panels. And you look at a panel, and it's essentially a logic puzzle. But there are no explanations whatsoever, and everything that you do, um, you obviously got to figure out for yourself. And in the beginning, you are forced to you're trapped in this particular very small section of the island, and you're forced to figure out how the panels work and what kind of doors they open. But then after that, this the island opens very substantially, and there's really no, as far as I can tell, there's really no direct um, guide to tell you if you want to know the next part, like the next kind of puzzle, then go to this particular section or this particular. You can go to any section you pretty much want, and every section introduces a new puzzle mechanic. Um, so I found somewhere in the middle of the island, or close to the middle, this door that had several new mechanics, and my friend and I were playing, and we're just trying to figure it out. And it's a lot of fun, but it is very, in a great way, challenging, to the point where I almost got a headache as far as the nature of the puzzles. But I really wish, and she said this too, like, if I could, I would cancel all of my work. I would cancel all of my work and just order a nonstop pizza, and then just get some EpiPens and just tear into that game. Um, Jonathan Blow, you can tell just from the beginning why it took him and whoever's on his team a long time to do this. And apparently, what took him the long time to, like, the last year was like the end games. Oh my god! And you know that he had to have made this game for a reason. I mean, Braid had a reason, and there's something here. And I found a few audio logs. They look like little recorders, and some of them are quotes from very famous, scientists. Um, and the quotes are pretty inspiring, but then some of them aren't. And there's something going on here, um, on this island. It's crazy. There's a story, but that's going to be the fun part of it, as far as figuring out what to do. And I know Jonathan Blow. I know he has gone on record saying that that game, The Witness, is strictly about the moment of epiphany, where you go from, I think the way he worded it was, you go from complete cluelessness to complete understanding. And the fact that that can happen in a single instance, that's the whole crux of the game. And you experience that with the individual puzzles, finding out a new uh, mechanic with no instructions. But I think the metagame of it, there's going to be a huge thing that what makes everything click at the end, and I can't wait to see that. So I'm thoroughly enjoying that game. I also started Rainbow Six Siege, but just the single player intros, and it's been a lot of fun, but it's been stressful.
Yeah.
Continuing through Zelda Oracle of Ages, almost done with that. Man, there's something else. Obviously, we've been playing Destiny. Iron Banner has been a lot of fun.
Iron Banner.
And as far as I know, that's the first time Rift was Iron Banner, or Iron Banner, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, man, because for me personally, we start with play Iron Banner. We got so used to Control where it's like we know exactly what to do, and they did Clash, and I think they did Control again. But then this time Rift, and it's just like I remember me personally speaking for myself, when we first started doing Banner Rift, it's like, oh my god, it's gonna be crazy. But it's crazy how much we improve just in that game mode, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
And remember how that thing with iRugger didn't happen?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, me neither. iRugger,
Why? Why?
PlayStation.
Why? Yeah. Why would you say
Look, in the
a
event you
person
hear
who would
this,
not be named?
in the event you hear this, damn you, okay? Darn you, so hard.
Your what is it? Your Death Eaters.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the Harry Potter. What else was it Harry Potter? Um, I guess it was Harry Potter. I've been playing. Played a little Smash today. And
Oh,
big thing! No, I beat Shovel
yes.
Knight.
You
Finally
beat Shovel Knight?
Yeah, for the Wii U, and I don't. The ending was so great. The story was so great. Um, that I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I beat it to the point where it's like, wow, I really want to play it again.
Oh,
So I ended up
nice.
picking up a physical copy for the PS4, and I'm going to be determined to platinum that game. And I think it's going to take me years, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, but
Cool.
Yacht Club Games, man, more power to them. That game's dope. I really do hope, I feel like they would. That would be a PlayStation Plus game in the foreseeable future. And if that happens, I hope everyone tears into that game hard. Anyone who hasn't played it. But I think, yeah, it's pretty much it for me as far as what I've been playing.
Cool. Going back to what you just said about Smash Brothers,
Mm-hmm.
I read something today. I don't, you probably heard about it with the rumor that there may be a new Smash Bros. Game for the Nintendo NX.
I'm assuming one's in development. I haven't read this rumor, though.
Well, I mean, again, it's full of speculation and rumor, and you know how that goes. But from what I've seen, that may be one of the launch titles for the NX.
No. That,
So,
well,
but
I mean, I don't know when the NX is coming out, but
right.
some people think it's coming out this year. If it were to come out, Smash is not going to be a launch title. No way. Unless it's a Smash 4 port. I could see that. If they just ported it straight to the NX, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see it being
Well,
like a complete edition with all the DLC, but
I mean, yeah. Again, it says new Smash Bros. Game rumored to be a Nintendo NX launch title, but there's nothing really of substance to really hold on to with that in the article that I read.
mhm.
Um, but I mean, it could be cool, you know.
You know what needs to be a launch title? A
Hmm.
Metroid game. That's what
Oh,
needs to
that'd
be
be
a launch
great.
title. Yeah. Or a good new like Super Mario. Like I don't know why they didn't do Super Mario Universe. I really like Super Mario 3D World, but either
Yeah.
way, man, is there anything else I'm playing? I can't think of anything else.
I got a few more.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So I see that GameStop is going to be developing their first game.
Not
Uh,
developing, aren't they publishing?
I'm
They don't
sorry.
have
Yes,
developers, right?
yes, that's correct. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Publishing. Yeah. Uh,
It's Insomniac, is that the
yeah.
or
Insomniac Games, and I believe the name of the game is going to be Song of the Deep. Right.
mm.
Song of the Deep. I think that's what it is.
That sounds right. I
Um,
think.
and from I saw the trailer, and do you remember that game on PS4? They had it for free in one of their giveaways for PSN members. It was Pixel Junk Shooter.
Yeah.
Have you played that?
I don't. That's not the Pixel game. I think I played. Oh no, I'm thinking Bit Trip Runner, but I know what you're talking about. No, I've not played that.
Okay, well, I mean, it's a pretty cool little like game where you control a ship. Um, you have to use your environment to solve different obstacles, and you get to shoot things and destroy things. And it's got that vibe in the trailer, but then there's also aspects of you or a character getting outside of the ship and doing things as well. And the whole premise is this girl trying to find her father, who I'm guessing was some kind of fisherman or some kind of treasure hunter
Oh,
in the sea.
it's a boat ship.
Yes, I'm
I
sorry.
was thinking
I'm sorry.
spaceship,
Yes,
but that makes sense with the title.
yes. Sorry about that.
That's dope. That's cool. I like
Yeah,
simple premises like that, but that are emotional. That's good.
yeah. And it seemed pretty cool, and I think I'll definitely take a look at that whenever it comes out.
From Insomnia, that's strange. That must be that's how did the graphics look?
They look very,
Did it
very.
look more indie or did it look more AAA?
It looked more indie, but
Okay, okay.
smooth and um, I don't know. It just looked very smooth.
That's cool because I know Insomniac did what was it? Ratchet and Clank, I think that's the one that they do, or the platformer. I never got into Ratchet and Clank, I never got into Jack and Daxter, but
Yeah, same here.
I did get into Sunset Overdrive by Insomniac, and I really enjoyed that game. But that has like nothing to do with. But this to me is pretty promising. It's interesting what GameStop is doing. I have heard. I could have sworn GameStop has. They have financially backed certain downloadable content in games, but I've never heard them financially backing a a whole game. So that's pretty interesting.
Right, right. It's pretty cool though. It's good to see that.
Yeah.
Um, One other thing, and this is pretty much my last topic. Have you heard about this Sonic 3 soundtrack?
No.
Well, I don't know how much this is going to blow your mind, but I think it may. So, it's kind of ironic because not last week, but I think episode 9 of our podcast, we were talking about the music that we
Mhm.
like. And you specifically mentioned your hatred for Sonic music, right? Except for that one song.
Green Hill Zone, yeah. I've recently learned that I think Michael Jackson wrote some Sonic songs, right?
Well, just way to bust my thing wide open.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Did this I know that for a little while. Was that supposed to be from
Oh, well, so yeah, so it's been confirmed that the soundtrack for Sonic 3, a huge majority of it was written by Michael Jackson.
Wow. Well, hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me clarify my hatred, okay? I've never
Okay.
played I mean, I might have played Sonic 3 briefly. I don't remember the music from it. The Sonic music that I dislike is the Sonic music that is inside Smash Brothers. That's and then all the ones that are not.
Uh,
They pick the worst stupid songs ever that are. It's like supposed to be like heavy metal and but like hair metal at the same time, and it's the most annoying. I don't even want to talk about it right now. So I've turned the frequency of those songs down, and it's just Green Hill Zone. Whenever I don't like Sonic ever since he got like skinny. I
yeah,
don't like
I
that
get
Sonic. I wish in Smash it would have had the original chubby Sonic. I love that Sonic. But you're saying
total
Michael
chubby
Jackson wrote the
Sonic.
music for it would have been a chubby
But
Sonic, right?
yeah, he did a majority of the work for the soundtrack. Confirmed by the individuals who actually got credit for making the music and the sounds within that game. They confirmed that for almost a month back in '93, Jackson was recording something like 40 tracks, 40 to 41 tracks, and like audio cues within that game, and it was excited to work on it, but ultimately pulled out of asked not to be mentioned in the credits because when he heard the music that he composed off of the Sega, he wasn't expecting it to be, that 8-bit sound, the I guess the derezzed or synth noises, because apparently he had composed like full audio with,
Did he not
like
understand
full
how
songs.
those systems worked?
Yeah, I don't think he did. I really don't think he did. I really don't. But in any event, so what they did after that is they used a lot of his work and kind of built upon that to complete it. Um, but then and I'm not sure about this because I haven't seen it, but apparently in the ending credits of Sonic 3, there's a mention of one of Michael Jackson's songs, Stranger in Moscow.
I'm not
And
familiar with the song.
yeah, I didn't know it either until I heard it today. And it is very similar to the actual ending credits song within Sonic 3. So,
Gotcha.
in any event, it was pretty cool to learn of that. Um, and I just wanted to share that with you.
Gotcha. Cool. I got nothing else to bring to the table.
Gotcha. So, I got this promotion through Samsung Pay on my new phone. They gave me
Hmm.
like a $50 gift card for Best Buy.
Cool.
So I finally got that, and that is going straight to Street Fighter Five.
Nice.
So yeah, man. When does it come out? February
16th.
16th. Oh my gosh, a little over 2 weeks away.
Man, I can't wait, man. You know what the thing is? I have no idea how different the game is. Like, I have no idea um, what the new mechanic is and what they've taken out.
Right, right. And
And it's going to be interesting.
I don't know about you, but I have no desire to watch any videos beforehand.
No, I don't, but at the same time, I think the last beta is this weekend. I'm going to try and play it. So I'm
Cool.
going to try and see if the servers work finally, but we'll see. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick that up. I do need to find or purchase that 360 adapter for the PS4, so that way I can use the joystick that we made.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, man, I'm excited.
Cool.
So you want to just jump into question of the week?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I was gonna ask you this question yesterday, but I decided to save it for today because I was thinking, while we were playing Iron Banner, I was thinking I had one of those moments where it's like, oh my gosh, man, we living in 2016, we got technology all over the place, and we're able to play games with each other across different states. And I started thinking, man, if I was introduced to Destiny back, let's say, in middle school, like, what would my reaction be? So that got me thinking, like, if you could travel back in time and present a game to yourself, and you could just watch yourself play it, and not give away anything, but just watch yourself play it and see your reactions of when you were younger, what game would that be?
Oh, man. Oh, that's a crazy question.
Yeah, it's a big, far out there question, but yeah.
Man. Back when?
It really can be up to you. It could be whether you were in high school, middle school, elementary school, whenever. And I understand this is a very like huge question because there's so many different possibilities,
Yeah.
and I'm still struggling to really get my final answer. So you can take your time with it if you need to.
Man. Oh. Knowing. Dang. I can't. Do me a favor. Just give me a year at least.
All right, so you traveled back to 1994,
Okay.
and
That's when the. That's when the N64 was about to come out. I don't think the N64 came out then. Right? Or did the
well,
N64 come
no,
out that year?
oh, I don't know. I thought the 64 came out like in '96.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah,
So that's Super Nintendo era. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely, definitely. Yeah, it was launched in
Dang. You
1996.
tell me yours first.
So, man, it was a difficult question for me to answer, but I think out of all the games that I have played in my life, I would love to see my reaction to Mass Effect, the first Mass Effect, because I think my my young mind would have been blown away with that game.
I was surprised you didn't say Onimusha. That's good.
Yeah, yeah, Animusha was a close second. Yeah,
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Which part of Mass Effect would you have shown? Or it's just the whole game?
I would have shown. I would have sat down and watched myself play the whole game because
Gotcha.
I would definitely want to see that that shock and awe. Like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Uh, I think for me, oh, dang. I think for me, it would. Oh, man. I'm thinking of other games now. Um. Oh, Lord. The one I feel like it'll come to mind is Portal. I think if I showed my 1994 self Portal, just first off, I wouldn't have to sit through a long time because it's a short game. But at the same time, so that would have been before maybe Doom was out at the time. I don't know, but the idea of a first person puzzle and the idea. I remember when I first saw the trailer. I saw the movie theater for Portal. I remember I forgot what the movie was, but it wasn't. They didn't even show like really. They didn't even show gameplay. They just showed the concept through like the very simplistic. And that blew my mind. So just imagine that. I think yeah, I'm gonna go with Portal on that one. I think that definitely would have it would have spoiled anything. I can imagine the cliffhanger of your young self playing Mass Effect 1 and having to wait how many years to play Mass Effect 2.
Right?
Um, yeah, I think I'm going to go with Portal on that one, especially the ending, which was fantastic. And I'm hoping that would have bumped up my IQ enough so I would have learned from that somehow.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, I think that would have just completely transformed my outlook on what video games can be, and yeah, I think it would have had a major shift in my life had I played that early on.
But that's my question. How would it have been a major shift? I mean, we already loved video games when we were young. I think it would just make it
Yeah,
even.
no, yeah, I understand, but um, and when I told you 1994, that's what I thought of. So I remember myself during that time, like I was in that. phase of like, what do I want to be when I grow up? Like what, So I think that game would have shown me what is possible, because I had always thought about a game, and I've talked about it so much about space games, and just going out and traveling and meeting, kind of like what No Man's Sky seems to be like. That's why I'm so hyper about that game. But I think if I would have seen that game, played through it, and seen the capabilities and what could be possible, I very well might have taken a dive into game creation or something like that, because that was something I was definitely thinking of, but I had never thought of anything like that before, or ever dreamed of something like that.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, yeah. So I stand by my answer.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. Awesome, man. The let's see what else. Let's see what's coming up next week. Gravity Rush is coming out, I think, remastered for PS4. I played a little bit of it on the Vita. That's a really cool game. What else is coming out next week? I think maybe it was this week. I think the new Far Cry is coming out. Far Cry Primal, and I was trying to think about any other game. A couple weeks to Witness. I mean, yeah, definitely cutting that out.
Cut it out.
A couple weeks till Street Fighter. That's gonna be awesome. Man, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't think of anything too. I know there's something I'm missing, but I'm just gonna cut this whole part out. Anyway, do you have any closing remarks?
I really don't. I think pretty much blew through all of the topics that I had lined up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know there was a PAX South. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. And
Did it just start today?
Yeah. It's going to be until the 31st. So it was only a couple days.
Gotcha. That's cool. Awesome. All right, so on behalf of Brainal, we're Brainal, and thank you for joining us on the Brainal podcast. On Brainal. Are we Brainal? Are we Brainal? Yeah, and for the record, Io Rugger, I'm coming after you.
Don't speak his name.
I'm coming after you.
You say it 3 times and he will appear.
Io Rugger. Anyway, everyone have a great week, and we'll see you for episode 12 next week on the Brainal podcast.
Brainal. Peace.
Brainal. 100% Brainal.
Oh, Jesus.
What? We are 100%. Well, we're really 66.
Yeah.
All right, peace.
Peace.